Hello, this is Todd Luck, and this is a review of Zorro in the Land That Time Forgot by American Mythology. This is the third in a four-issue miniseries crossing over Edgar Rice Burroughs' The Land That Time Forgot, and Edgar Rice Burroughs is, of course, the creator of Tarzan and John Carter, and Land That Time Forgot is this, prehistoric lost land that the title character, Zorro, and you probably have heard of Zorro, gets trapped in. And so this is a pretty interesting crossover, and we'll take a look at that. But first of all, I did want to just make a quick note that over my shoulder, I did get in that Boss Fight Studios Zorro figure, and I have pitted him against a Jurassic Park dinosaur that I recently got off the toy store shelves for a really cool little display. And to give you guys a quick close-up, the figure is awesome. You can check out my review. And the hat and the cape come off so you can pretty exactly recreate the fight scenes in this issue. And let's start with this beautiful cover. This is drawn by Roy Allen Martinez. Beautiful colors, beautiful rendering, great storytelling. All this stuff is in the issue. The dinosaur about to eat Zorro, the soldiers about to shoot him, the beautiful landscape of the land that time forgot, all very important story elements. The only thing that doesn't appear in the issue is Beefcake Zorro. He does keep his shirt on in the issue, but other than that, this is spot on. It's a little zoomed out to me. I feel like it would have been a little stronger if, the dinosaur about to eat Zorro was a bit bigger on the cover. But other than that, I think this is a really, really fantastic cover. The artwork by Alessandro Rinaldi continues to be strong. It flows. It tells a great action story. It gets a little sketchier in some places than previous issues, but I still think it really holds up and does a really great job of rendering the action and the characters and the land around them. There is one minor visual snafu where this turtle appears to be giant, but then it appears to get much smaller when it's hit over the head. This is a really minor snafu, though, because I still know what happens. There's a turtle monster, it gets hit over the head. The only question is how big it is, and that's really a very minor flaw compared to a lot of your mistakes you find in, your major comics, so it's fine. The story by Mike Wolfer continues to be excellent. Basically, Zorro tags along on this expedition to explore this lost continent that they don't know what's on it, and then of course they get there, something goes wrong, they get stranded for a little bit and find out there are dinosaurs everywhere. And it really feels like Zorro has been plopped down into the middle of an Edgar Rice Burroughs novel. There's this really intense action where things are trying to eat them or kill them around every corner. And this is the part of the story where the protagonists get separated and they each have their own little journey they have to go on and their own dangers they have to face. And all three of the subplots that they have in this issue with Zorro and the two siblings that are the explorers are really engaging and are really great. The main event, though, and I suspect this is probably the main event of the entire miniseries, is Zorro versus this frickin' dinosaur. This is one of the coolest things I've ever read. I don't want to spoil it, but it is like a scene that I've wanted my entire life and I just didn't know it. It is awesome. It is one of those drop the mic, you're done sort of action scenes. And there's still one more issue, and it's just amazing. And it definitely makes this all worth it. Zorro fits in here, surprisingly. It feels natural for him to be trying to fight a dinosaur. And he does surprisingly well. Zorro is a very sly guy. He is very resourceful, put it that way. So yeah, I highly recommend this miniseries. This is wonderful. You should be able to order the previous issues from your comic shop, or you can go on American Mythology's website and order them directly from them. But this is just a really enjoyable crossover, and this is what crossovers should be. It should be a concept that grabs your attention but feels natural, and it tells a good story once you pick up the miniseries. I would kind of compare this to like Tarzan Predator back in the day. That was the miniseries that got me into Tarzan. And I've never actually bought a Zorro comic before this miniseries, and I'm actually kind of surprised at that. He's just a character I've heard of that always kind of slipped under my radar, and like I was kind of looking him up because of this miniseries. I was like, oh my gosh, there was a Frank Miller cover I never got back in the day. Like I meant to get it, I think, but I just never got around to it. And so I went on eBay and picked that up. And you know, I'll probably be trying some Zorro stuff out. You know, it just kind of, again, a character, you know, I've thought about, but just never really bothered picking up comics with him in it. And, you know, that's probably what a lot of people are like. And, you know, that's a shame because for a while, Zorro was kind of the only Hispanic representation you had in heroic fiction. And, you know, he's still one of the few. I mean, I was thinking this week, I'm reading through El Diablo from the 90s from DC Comics. I just picked up America Chavez today. And then, you know, of course, Zorro. And then, like, but beyond El Diablo, America Chavez, and Zorro, I mean, who else is there? Blue Beetle. You could probably throw in Miles Morales, but I would really be hesitant to name you a sixth Hispanic character with their own series. I mean, it's just not that common. So, you know, it's really good that Zorro is still in print and that he's still out there and continues to, you know, be a swashbuckling hero 100 years later. So anyway, I've got more reviews coming. Like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, don't try to fight a dinosaur with a sword and a whip. That's something that you should leave to the experts. See ya.